We are back. It is the Academy Sports Show on your favorite Monday. Does anybody have a favorite Monday? We can make it your favorite Monday. It is Monday. It is 7:30-ish o'clock. But that doesn't matter as long as you like, follow, subscribe, everything Academy Sports Show in the best way that you can get in with us on the live tip whenever we go live on whatever day, on whatever time, whatever is to follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube and make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. I got mine. Hopefully you got yours. This is the Super Bowl recap, man. Unfortunately, we were so close. We were so close, Lions. Fortunately, my Lions didn't make it. But there's always next year, hopefully. But we witnessed another overtime game. A great matchup against San Francisco 49ers and the still the NFL heavyweight champions of the world, the Kansas City Chiefs. We will recap that game and much more. Of course, we got trivia. Then, of course, we have I got one meme, and then a nice little recap of things that happened football-wise, or a nice game we like to call Joel, Do You Care? The greatest game of all time, as well as just a nice recap and put a bow on Super Bowl. And then it's NBA time, guys. So let's soak this day in. Let's soak this day in because we got a while to the draft. Let's soak this day in because after this, it's NBA. I'm your host, Andre Douglas, and next to me is your host, Joel Williams.
What up, though? Man, welcome to the show, everybody, man. It's good to be here on this Monday. I feel like trolling a little bit, but I'm not going to. But I do want to mention, I've never seen so many fans talk about how their team should have been in a game.
Should have been in the game.
Lions fans did.
Should have been in the game.
I saw a hilarious post from a friend of mine I went to school with. Him and his wife set up their Super Bowl party with all the Lions tablecloths and napkins and everything because they ordered this stuff in the first half of last week or 2 weeks ago. And so the stuff came and they were like, we're going to use it anyway. I just thought that was hilarious. But y'all heard the rundown, man. Welcome to the show. We appreciate everybody. Thanks for joining us. See a couple people already shouted us out, said hello. Make sure you shout somebody out. Let them know we're here so we can get it going, get it live. You heard Dre, man. I don't want to talk about basketball, so let's enjoy our last show on NFL until draft season. Then we can get back into it. But, yeah, we're going to cover the Super Bowl yesterday. Got some interesting thoughts. I'm interested to hear from everybody, too, today in regards to how they felt about the game. Had a conversation today about it, and I think a lot of people feel the same way as I think we're going to feel when we kind of break the game down. But without further ado, again, appreciate y'all joining us. Make sure you comment. Make sure you talk. Make sure you let us know what you think. We're going to get into it here on the Academy Sports Show Live, and I am ready.
All right. Let's get it. It is, which one do I want to pick? I want to pick this one. It is trivia night here at Academy Sports Show, and it goes like this. The hosts, us, give each other a question, and it is up to us to get the correct answer before the chat, you, the field, put the answer in your chat. So if you type it out, that is the answer. The catch is the first person that does it for you guys, that is the answer for everybody. So if you know, lock it in, and if you're wrong, they're going to stomp you out. That's kind of how it's been for over the last couple of years. I saw the tweet that said, we escaped the bug. Or have we? Stay tuned, Pete. Stay tuned. All right. It is trivia night. Sir, do you have a question for me?
I do. It is trivia night, ladies and gents. You heard the man. So y'all know how we do here at trivia night. You heard the rules. I'm going to put the question out there. You have time. He has time to respond. First person that puts the answer in the chat, you are now the owner of the chat's answer. Everybody else, you can feel free to put your answer in. But first person to put the answer in the chat, we see it. We know the timestamp. It's there. It counts for your answer. Dre has time to answer. You have time to answer. Let's see what you get. All right. So,
4 done fit.
Trivia night tonight is, of course, football trivia on our last discussion of said year of the 2023-24 season that came to a close on yesterday. Yesterday, Patrick Mahomes, at the age of 28 years old, has now won his third Super Bowl. Okay? Third Super Bowl. This puts him in illustrious company with 4 other quarterbacks that have 3 or more Super Bowls. So there are 5 quarterbacks total that have 3 or more Super Bowls. Pat Mahomes is 1. Name 3 more.
3 more?
Yeah.
That have 3 or more?
3 or more.
Tom Brady.
Your favorite.
3 or more. 3 or more. Terry Bradshaw. 3 or more. 3 or more. Oh, we got one locked in already. And I'm going to go. Guess I can steal one of his since he put that in there. Since I got a different person. Let's go. Did they get 3? I guess it's the triplets. They got 3. Troy, they got 3 Super Bowls? I don't know. In Dallas. Pretty sure they got 3. Let's go Joe Montana.
All right, so you're going Brady, Montana,
Bradshaw. Yep.
Final answer?
Yep. Twitter fingers was quick today. Usually, I give you an answer. When it's Joel's time, everybody do. Like, yeah, he got forever.
You let the music play.
William, you need to get here at the beginning of every show and bring that same energy. Doggone it.
Oh, man. So the answers are on the board. So Will has responded. Brady.
Somebody put a picture on the avatar and they feel some type of way. I see it. I got you, brother.
And Dre's response is Brady, Montana, Bradshaw, also on the list. All right, let's take a look at this list. So just to give a little drama, let's just go with there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks with 2 Super Bowls. The likes of Brett Starr, Roger Staubach, Bob Greasy, Jim Plunkett, John Elway, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. Patrick Mahomes now moving into company at number 5 with 3, followed by Troy Aikman, Dallas Cowboys. They won 3. Last dynasty to exist prior to the newly crowned dynasty of the Chiefs. Debatable. Now, at number 3, you have Joe Montana. With 4, the great 49ers teams of the 80s. Prior to that, you have Terry Bradshaw with 4. Great Steelers teams of the 70s. And as you stated, the GOAT himself, Thomas Bartholomew, as you like to call him, Brady, 7 Super Bowls. So both William and the Academy Sports Show host, Andre Douglas, are correct on this evening. So the score remains 4-1.
Oh, no, he got it.
Oh, he did get it first, didn't he?
Yeah, he got it first.
He got it first. Look at that.
He got it first.
So we're changing the score. Ooh, they get a point. Look at Will getting a point for the field. All right, let's put the score up to make it official. So nobody can say we've been accused of point shaving here. All right, so there's your answer. There's the winning answer. Came in at 7:42 p.m.
It was a softball, and I blew it. I blew it.
Took you a little time. You had to question the Troy Aikman one. I thought you'd go. I thought you'd go Brady, Aikman, and Montana pretty quick.
Yeah. I blew it. It's all good. I'll be back in a couple weeks. Redeem myself. All right, so that's trivia night. Make sure you subscribe, trigger that bell to Everything Academy Sports Show. That way you're at the beginning of the show so you can participate in trivia night. You know what also happens in the beginning of the show? What the meme? It's a meme that you guys see floating around as you're scrolling. Here's the first meme that I saw. I want you guys to fill out your QB Mount Rushmore. It seems like this comes about every time Patrick Mahomes wins a Super Bowl. So who is your Mount Rushmore?
QB Mount Rushmore. Gee whiz. I have such an issue with. Well, no, I don't. Let me not be. I was about to say I have an issue with putting guys on Mount Rushmore before they're done playing, but that's not true. Let's see who's on my QB Mount Rushmore. I hate it. I hate it. All right. Brady, he's got to go up there. So Brady's going up there for me. Montana's going up there for me.
Did you watch his whole career?
I watch it there, brother. But yeah. I got a good piece of football in my younger days of 49ers and Chiefs Joe Montana as well. This work gets tough for me because now you got looking at all these guys are kind of similar, 1 or 2 rings. And then I think it kind of comes down to favorites, and I can only do 2 more. So I'm going to go with Montana, Brady.
You better not. You better not.
I mean, it's my guy, though. I mean,
you better not.
Montana, Brady, Elway, Mahomes. And that's tough for me because Elway is a nemesis. I mean, he destroyed my life multiple times as the Broncos went to the Super Bowls back in the 80s because I was a Browns fan. So, but when it came to like putting the ball in somebody's hands to go down the field and win a game, he was a master at it. And Mahomes, I got to put Mahomes up there, and I hate to do it, but my man got 3 in 5 years, bro. So Cunningham, come on.
Playoffs?
I don't even. Yeah, forget you. Rodgers is on my mouth.
Oh, no. See what
Montana,
you did, William?
Brady.
You gave him the door.
Yes.
To put dumb stuff on the list.
Montana, Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes.
Rodgers is gone. He's gone. He can officially make nobody's list ever. He's gone.
It's not true. He's still.
It is true.
Coming back.
Now, Rodgers, he revolution. He's so athletic. He revolution. That is Patrick Mahomes with 2 more rings.
Okay, so
Rodgers is out.
Rodgers is the blueprint.
No, well, he got surpassed. He's out. There's no way Aaron Rodgers can make it.
Man, Montana, Brady. Oh God,
it's clearly Brady, Montana, Patrick, and Manning.
Oh,
that's the list.
Really?
That's the list.
Manning over Bradshaw?
Manning over Bradshaw, yes. Steel curtain, yes. Elway got carried to 2 rings.
Ooh.
Manning got carried. Manning only got carried to 1 ring.
Okay, so if you thought about Warren Moon but went with Cunningham, listen, if you had said Moon and then said I thought about Cunningham but went with Moon, I would have been with you on that one. But come on, man. Moon was better than Cunningham. And Dre has no idea what we're talking about.
I'm having flashbacks when you tried to give me a trivia question and I had Warren Moon as the answer.
I remember. You struggled on that day. I remember.
The Houston Oilers? Who? What? Yes, the answer to this is clearly Brady, Montana, Mahomes, Manning.
I think Manning's clear. The Manning one's debatable.
Clear. Patrick has made it. He's made it. It just is what it is. He took the same team that Alex Smith had, morphed it, made it to a Super Bowl team. He lost his best receiver, still won a Super Bowl. He had his worst offensive cast of all time, still won a Super Bowl. And this year, all on the road. So
there's no argument for Mahomes. It's the Manning one, okay? It's the Manning one. I think that's interchangeable.
No.
He only has 2 rings.
Okay. He's got all the records. He's got every record known to man. Didn't he have like 55 touchdowns in one season? He's got all the records.
Didn't Breeze get that record though? Didn't Breeze end up taking that record?
Did Breeze take it?
Or he took it back? I don't know. Okay. You that's a good argument.
It's Manning. Elway, I never watched the snap, but I heard he got carried.
I don't know about that one. Elway, man, Elway in his prime was really, really good. Like those teams in the 80s that went to Super Bowls, but they kept losing. They were like the Bills of the 80s. They kept getting beat in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
My mama just said it. Boo.
Your nemesis.
Yeah, it's definitely the nemesis. But
no way.
I mean, some would argue because he had like Sharp and Terrell Davis in them. I don't know about Carey. My man had to make that first one. My man had to make some throws. The second one, maybe the back-to-back, maybe, but or the second one when they won, but maybe I don't know about the first one. But I don't know. All right, you have a good one.
Yeah, I mean, Brady had Gronk. Montana had Rice. So Mahomes is allowed to have Kelsey.
Yeah. And Kelsey, I don't know about it happening without Kelsey. I think I think Kelsey is a lifer for Kansas City. I think the 2 players that they're gonna make sure they keep are those 2 guys.
Yeah, Kelsey's not going to last as long as Patrick though.
Right. Petey said he's got an era bias. So Brady, Rodgers, Manning, Breeze.
True Breeze. I guess he did win the Super Bowl, huh?
So Petey, when does Mahomes enter this discussion though? Like
Patrick Mahomes way better than Drew Brees.
So but let him have his bias, Dre. You already attacked me.
There's no bias. It can't. Okay, if you have an era bias, you're currently living in the Mahomes era. You've seen every snap of Patrick Mahomes, so you should be inside of your bias. Era bias mean I'm not picking old people because I did see them.
You're clearly.
You've seen every Mahomes snap.
You're arguing your 4 is the best 4. Irrefutable. It's not a debate then.
Irrefutable. Bradshaw, Montana, Brady, Mahomes. Listen, I know all y'all saw Bradshaw play, okay?
First of all, I didn't see Bradshaw play. Just to be clear.
I know y'all saw Bradshaw play and you saw great things, but he also had the best defense of all time for an era of the 70s called the Steel Curtain. He also had the immaculate reception. Yeah, there's some special things that happened.
Wait, you can't diminish the guy's greatness because he had a miracle play.
No, I'm not diminishing. But I'm just saying he just, because if that's the case, then Joe Montana, the 49ers was loaded. Nobody diminishes that.
They were loaded for real.
That's the only reason. That's the main reason Brady's over Matt Tanner because after the back-to-back, his teams are trash.
Yeah. Yeah, see, now we're getting into the degrees of what's the arguments.
Yeah.
So PD's just basically saying, listen, these are the four that I rock with. I grew up with these four, and I'm not a big fan yet. So he has a bias. And now Stu's going rings. Rings. It's the Jordan LeBron debate. He's got 6 rings. That's what y'all always say. That's all there is to say. 6 rings.
So basically, this is between Aaron Rodgers, Cunningham, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Terry Bradshaw. Everybody's 4 is different. The 4th guy is different. The same 3 guys. That 4th guy is up for grabs.
Yep.
I'm going with the Sheriff.
Ready yet for the Mahomes?
I'm going for the Sheriff.
Oh, here we go. Steelers fan.
Jesus. Used to be a voice of reason, Leonardo.
Yeah.
Used to be a voice of reason.
What was happening now? Oh man.
All right, so that was just the one meme I had. So next we got a nice long list of Joel.
Ooh.
Do you care?
Long list of it, huh?
Long list, okay. We got some Super Bowl storylines. We got some outside storylines. We can run through them, and then we're going to recap this game. Hey, Mom. I'm telling the truth. We all believe you, sir. We believe you. The black quarterback fighting for his job. So first up, Joel.
Fighting for his job.
Do you care about this Kobe statue?
This is a 10 for me.
Politically correct 10.
Not gonna.
Statue is trash.
Yep, we're not gonna be that show. I refuse. You know how I feel about. Sometimes we're not gonna be that show. I think I think social media made way too big of a deal out of this comment. It also speaks to the fact that she knew, and so did everybody else, that out of all the poses, this one was going to get talked about. Because if you look at every single post about what pose do you want the statue to be, this was not it. This was not it.
You got to get the spread, bro. You got to get the spread with the ball in the arm. That's the one, man.
So everybody, when they saw it, I probably did the same thing that I did when they dropped the curtain, was kind of like, oh, I didn't expect that. But there's going to be 3 statues. He's getting 3. So the other one's probably going to be one of the more iconic ones. But I'm sorry. I don't necessarily, this isn't the one that's seared into my memory of Kobe poses after he's done something special. And so when he gave him 81 and he walked off the court, but on his way off the court, he stopped and pointed to the sky. I didn't necessarily remember that. They had to show me the actual picture for me to see it again. But yeah, it's a 10 still for me though, because it's Kobe. I remember where we were when that's happened. I cried, grown man, and I'm not going to be that guy on this show. So they knew they was going to have issues with it. That's why she said what she said. But hey, she said what she said, and I'm cool with it. So, yep, good job.
Yep. Okay. All right, 10 out of 10. He's being politically correct. I don't like it. This is a 2. This is a 2.
Listen, I'm assuming Joe Gilliam's the one who made the statue? I would have to say this is probably the image that they wanted him to make, right? This was chosen by Kobe.
Oh, he's the guy who made the statue? I thought he was still talking about quarterbacks trying to make it. Because he was snorting cocaine. I don't know. I didn't know which one he was talking about.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because of you.
We gotta look it up. We gotta figure out which one we're talking about.
Joe Gilliam is.
Yeah, you're snorting cocaine, or he would have been the greatest black quarterback of all time.
Oh my God. It is a quarterback. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh man.
Okay. Moving on.
Please,
Leonardo got us on that one. Will Smith starting as Kobe.
All right. That's a 2 for me. It's a 10, but he lying.
Listen, man, we're not that show, bro.
Joel, do you care about Lamar's second MVP?
What is happening? Leonardo, what are we doing? What are you...
I'm going to look this video up and we're going to play it today.
Oh,
Gilliam! Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Where is he?
Man, sometimes this show can go the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh man. This is a 7 for me. I care, man. Second MVP. I think this is a big deal, man, because he took a knock last year. And he's going to take one again this year because of what took place in the playoffs. But he took a knock last year when he was asking for all that money. So after my Browns gave Deshaun Watson that wonderful contract, it was time for Lamar to get his money. And people was really killing this guy like he wasn't that guy anyway that got the first MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so to bet on yourself like he did and to go out and put together another MVP season, 100%. This is one. I minus a point on this because he plays for the Ravens and they're my team's rival. But outside of that, 100%, this is a 7 for me. And people tripping, and good for him because he came back, did what he did. Now, the only thing left for this guy to do is go win the Super Bowl. He's never going to be given the respect. All right, Leonardo. He's never going to be given the respect that he deserves unless he goes and wins a ring. And so find this guy offensive coordinator that can strike a balance between him being old Lamar and new Lamar and make him as just dangerous and lethal as they come, and go get him a guy on the outside. Go get him one. Go get him an A.J. Brown. Go get him that type of dude.
Yeah.
And see what this dude can do. Because, and I understand, right? Like, well, Tom Brady, okay, I'm not saying go win 7 because Tom did it with the likes of Troy Vincent. Okay? I'm saying go give him a guy just to give him a little more help. Another guy that can make a play on the field in a moment outside of him. And so go ahead and do your thing, man. Congrats on getting your MVP for the second time, proving the doubters. You didn't even prove it, man. You already showed us what you could do. So just doing what you did. But the next thing for him is go win a ring. He got to go win a ring now.
That's next. Yeah, it's a good 9, 10 for me too, because that whole offseason of team after team backing out because they didn't trust him, trust the process with him moving forward. You know, this is real. That was a real individual thing, right? A real individual award, individual accomplishment. Now go get the thing that you actually want.
Yep.
This next one's a 0 for me, but I'm going to ask you since, sure guy. Joel, do you care about your Coach of the Year award?
Hey, man, of course this is a 10 for me. I'm a homer at heart.
True.
So I got to get us a 10. I mean, it's just I mean, you can run off all of the awards that my team got. Gotta give it a 10. Every guy that won an award on my team this year, you get a 10. My DPOY, MG, you get a 10. Everybody gets a 10. You hating. You just hating. Coach of the year.
Everybody know DC should have won. Everybody knows should have won.
Hey, man. All them injuries we had, we still made the playoffs, still finished the season 12-5. Nah. Y'all did what you were expected.
Lions broke generational curses. Dan Campbell should have been number one.
Generational curses.
Dan Campbell should have won that award by a landslide. This is a 0 in my book. I ain't gave out one of those since we did this. A 0. It's a 0.
Well, clearly there's a bias on this show. So
I'll put him down there with Jason Tatum and James Harden. All right, next up, Joel, do you care? Now he's going to be a free agent. How about the Lions going after an all-pro defensive tackle who might have some Detroit ties, possibly?
There you go. So we can flip this over now. Now y'all can make this an 8 or 9 on your score. This is a 1. That's a 1 for me. That's a 1. That's a 1 for me, man. Ain't nobody about to. But hey, I know your dad's tight with him, so if y'all get some tickets, can I roll?
No, that's not how this works. I'm going to clip it. One back at home. That's
1 for me.
Wow.
I'm not gonna root for your team to get better. Hey, all pro DT, Cleveland, we welcome you.
10.
Put him on a D tackle with Myles Garrett. We welcome you.
Aiden Hutchinson, Chris Jones. Let's get it.
Myles Garrett, Chris Jones.
Let's get it.
Let's ride.
Please no. Joe, do you care about Usher's halftime show?
Heck yeah, man. Yes. 10, my guy. 20. Excellent job, Usher.
Pay him. Pay him, Will. Pay him. $100 million guaranteed. 4 years, $150 million. Pay the man. Pay him. Pay him now. Pay him.
We shall see if your Lions
4 years, 150, $90 million guaranteed. I'm calling it now. Pay him. Pay him.
See.
Pay him money. Jim Caldwell, the time is now. Okay? The time is now. Push them all in. So you giving Usher a 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. Great performance. Enjoyed it. And like you said when we were watching it, my man ran through, like, he hit he hit all the hot tracks from every era, every decade. Like, I forgot, like, he done did the Love to the Club to he done did it all. Killed it. And get out of here with the Alicia Keys crap about the social media know how to stir up some trouble, bro, that don't matter. I'm like, I didn't even click on the link today that they said whatever Swiss Beats response was, because I think it was probably more mature than people wanted it to be.
It was.
Like, come on, man. They're performers. Get out of here with that. You can't be married to her if you know this gonna happen. But anyway, it ain't about her. Usher's halftime performance, excellent. Excellent job. My man performed half of the show on the field, on the turf, and then went up on stage. That was impressive. Great job. Excellent. He go kill on this tour. And everybody's gonna be happy with it.
Usher, baby. Joel, do you care that your boy Kadarius was a healthy scratch for the Chiefs Kingdom.
Hey, man, this gets a 9 because it's hilarious. This is hilarious.
Poke Darius.
You got a healthy scratch and got on the internet and complained in a live about being healthy and about it being some BS. And then you still got a healthy scratch for the Super Bowl, but you still don't get that ring, though, and call yourself a world champion. But Kadarius, the reality of it is, you're not as good as these guys.
You're not that good.
You're not that good, bro. Stop dropping the football.
Ooh.
But it's a 9 because that was funny.
Joe, do you care about the Travis Kelce blow up on the sideline?
I haven't given out one of these in a couple of weeks, have I? It is the Jason Tatum, James Harden 0. Here's what it is, bro. Clearly, he don't care. And when I'm talking about Big Red himself. He don't mind. So it is what it is. And we ain't gonna never get the true story because they're gonna keep it in house like they're supposed to. But that's a horrible picture.
It's bad optics, man. Imagine if he was black.
Oh man, we're gonna be that show. We are gonna be that show. What are you doing?
Trying to hear your answer.
Nope. Not even gonna do it, bro. If he was black, it'd be a whole other story for sure, but he's not. And it happened. It's not the first time it's happened this year, let alone happened. So he had that other incident with slamming his helmet down and he can't have to come over and keep him from going back in the game. So it is what it is.
All right, Joel. Do you care to have this conversation anymore? Can we stop talking about Brock Purdy now? He's legit.
Yeah, this is to the effect of, can we stop, and can it really be like, can we just acknowledge that the guy deserves what he's doing? Yeah, that's a 7 for me. I'm with that conversation. We need to let it go. I wasn't really on that bandwagon anyway. Like, he's starting on a team that's in the Super Bowl. And no, he is not. And I think we did run the list. There probably are 10 guys that are better than him on his team. He's starting on this team, and they're not in the Super Bowl unless he plays well. So you can't keep having this conversation about the guy if the narrative, if he was bad and they didn't get to the Super Bowl, they blame him. So they got there, and they almost won the thing. He led, 3 drives last night that put his team ahead, and all he needed his defense to do was get a stop? What more do you want? Like, there's nothing else you can do here. But those who want to keep poking holes in this guy and trying to keep bringing something up, then you just want to be upset and you just want to put him in that space. He's not Pat Mahomes. He's not a top 5 quarterback. He might not be a top 10 quarterback. But he does his job on a really good team. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't do his job well, he would be replaced. So clearly he's doing something right. And he made some throws last night. And he made a couple of moves in the pocket last night to make some throws last night. But at the end of the day, he had 3 chances to take his team down the field and win the game. And all 3 times he did it, they got points. Now, you could say on one of those drives, they should have got a touchdown out of it. That's probably the difference. You could also say Moody should have made the extra point, and then it would have been a 4-point game, and they would have had to score a touchdown. Ultimately, they did score a touchdown. So, at the end of the day, what I say to it is, you got to get a man his credit, and let's get off of it and move on. That's where I'm at.
All right. I think this is the last one. Joe, do you care that the 49ers did not know? Listen, there's only 2 overtime Super Bowl games. This man has coached in both of them. Do you care that his team was not prepared for the new overtime rules?
Okay, so question first. Not prepared to the extent of that's why they took the ball first?
Yeah. You check. All those guys said they didn't know the rules.
So it's most likely that if they didn't know the rule, he took the ball first thinking he was about to go down the field and win the game.
For real. They was talking about Pat McAfee. They was like, the funniest thing in the world would have been them going down and scoring a touchdown and all the 49ers just running on the field thinking they won the game.
God, that would have been funny. That would, oh man. Ooh, that would have been more embarrassing than actually losing this game.
Them scoring and then them all running on the field thinking they won.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Pat Mahomes said Hartman didn't know he caught the game-winning touchdown.
No, he didn't.
So a lot of these guys didn't know the new overtime rule.
It was kind of weird because even though we talked about it when it happened, I still wasn't kind of like, oh, that's it. But then it was kind of like, oh, that is it. Yeah, and this has got to be a big number, man. You got to get a 9 for this. You got to get a 9. So yeah, because as a former coach, you got to know the rules. And God, I don't know. It didn't cost them the game, though. I'm not gonna. I can't go that far, but oh man, it does seem like somebody should have just brought it up in a coaches meeting. Like, hey, don't forget new rule for the playoffs.
Everybody get a shot.
Ugh.
Everybody get a shot. Yes. Yeah, William, it's their job. They get paid millions of dollars. It's their job. They gotta know the rules. You gotta know the rules. You're playing in the biggest game of your life. You gotta know the rules.
They send rules to the 2 teams that are playing in the Super Bowl after they officially make it.
They gotta know. You're right, bro. There's no excuse. How can you not know?
I'm with it. It's a 9. I'll give it a 9.
We at home. We ain't in the, we don't get the emails.
Yep.
You gotta explain it to us on TV, unfortunately, Tony Romo.
God, please don't say his name.
Tony Romo, dude, you can't. He was a lot. Yeah, man, he was a lot.
I don't want to see another Super. The CBS, who has the Super Bowl contract next? Because CBS is killing me with Romo. I'm about to see.
I can't do it. You see, they promoted your boy JJ to the ABC with Breen and Doris. Since old Frog Throat went to the Bucks.
Really?
Yeah, they put JJ on that now.
Oh, good for you, JJ. Good for you.
It's better than, when I was a coach, you couldn't do that, and these guys need to talk about this stuff. Shut yourself up. Leader, man. Stealing another black man's job.
Oh, all right. Man.
You said this was a 9?
Yes.
All right. And now we can talk about the game of games. I think we just covered a lot of parts of it. We just put an overall bow on the NFL season, the cementing of the legacy that is the Kansas City Chiefs. As a guy who lived through the Patriots, I did not live through I lived, but I did not pay attention to Dallas's. I wasn't all encompass of Dallas's a dynasty or the 49ers dynasty with Montana and then the other guy with the monkey off his back.
Steve Young.
Yeah. So I remember the Patriots dynasty, and now this one is it kind of is eerily similar. It's not like 3 in a row, kind of like was that Dallas? Dallas did 3 in a row. Yeah, it's not like all consecutive. You got a couple here, 1 or 2 there. A couple losses in there, but you still made it to the Super Bowl. It's kind of like how the Patriots did theirs. They had a nice dominant run on defense, and Tom was just kind of a Brock Purdy game manager situation kind of guy with the all-pro defense. And then once that defense went away, he found himself to become an all-pro quarterback and then ran off some more Super Bowls. This is a team that had ebbs and flows all year, but Patrick Mahomes never wavered on his receiving core publicly. These are guys that let him down. Pacheco had a great, strong year. Andy Reid had a strong play calling year. Kelsey numbers dipped a little bit, but he's still that guy. And this is a team where you just want to put them in those situations where we were making those predictions throughout the playoffs. It's like, man, it's just hard to bet against these guys until you see it. So when it was one series, balls on the 25 with the game on the line and you got to score a touchdown, it's like, how could you bet against them? You knew they was going to get it one way or another, and you'll be surprised if they didn't. So, I mean, yeah, I ain't got no issues with them, man. They the truth. Pat Mahomes is that guy. You can discredit him. You don't got to like him. You ain't got to like his family, But this is kind of like it's kind of like a Warriors thing. They weren't like bought. They were built. So kudos to them.
Yep. Well said. That's exactly how this was. That's what it ends up being. It's you can hate them all you want to, but you gotta if you are a true football fan and give true acknowledgement to greatness and things in the game, you gotta acknowledge Mahomes is Mahomes. He's that guy. And I've been saying it all week. Everybody kept saying, who you got for the Super Bowl? Who you got for the Super Bowl? Who you got for the Super Bowl? I kept saying, it'd be nice to see the Niners get it, but if I was a betting man, I'm sorry. I can't bet against Mahomes. I learned my lesson with Brady. I'm not doing it again with this guy.
And then,
is he going to catch Brady?
Is he going to catch Brady? I mean, he got a nice little chunk here to go get him.
He does.
You got 3 before you 30. Still got 2 more years on that. Got to get to 7. It's possible.
It's possible for sure. I just don't
possible.
know. I don't know if he will. I think it'll be interesting because now I want to see, can they keep that defense together? Because there's a couple of guys like Ladarius Sneed. They're going to want to get paid.
Yeah, Sneed's going to get paid. McDuffie is either a rookie or a second-year guy. Just made his first All-Pro. So you still got time before you got to pay him. I mean, this is the same team that had the Honey Badger and let him go.
Yep.
And they retooled and got new guys.
Yep.
To me, that linebacking core, Bolton, he's a huge piece now. You let him go. Or do you look at him like a Frank Clark kind of guy where you can let him go and try to plug somebody else? Your biggest hole right now is Chris Jones. He captained your defense. He sat out the first, 2-3 games of the season.
Yep.
Came back, captained that defense. You gave him an incentive-laden contract that he hit every single incentive on that contract. And then just to make him a free agent this year, you pay him. I mean, if you're Kansas City, you gotta pay a guy like that, right? Or you let a guy like that walk. So they got some decisions to make. So is your cornerstone going to be Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones? Or is it going to be Pacheco? Or is it going to be you're going to have a guy on the other side of the field to help you out. And Chris Jones is a great anchor. But let's see if he's willing to negotiate after what happened when talks broke down and he had to take the contract that he took this year.
Yep.
But this team definitely needs receiver help coming up next year. Definitely needs right tackle help with my man lining up as a running back. They definitely need it. I mean, Pacheco, he's on. This is his second year. It's not his rookie year.
No, it's not his rookie year. I think it's his
second year. So he's still working on his 5th-year option, late round draft pick. So you got him for cheap for a while. So you got your running backs, you got your tight ends. Find you a receiver. Find you a go-to guy. I mean, at this point, Do they take the Patriot way where you don't need a number one X to go win championships as long as you got the guy at quarterback?
Right.
Do you take that route?
That's the space they're in right now, and they've been winning, and I think they can stay in that space. That's why I don't think it's a matter of their offense; it's a matter of their defense. I think this team scored less points this year on average as an offense, but they still won the Super Bowl, and a lot of that's going to have to do. I mean, think about Kelsey during the latter part of the season was not Kelsey,
right?
I mean, everybody was double teaming him. They were just bracketing him the whole game and making Mahomes throw it to other people. And thus, they had to go on the road in the playoffs because they didn't win a couple important games to put themselves in position to have home field advantage. Yep. So this team is going to be beatable and susceptible, just like that Patriots run's got some ins and outs there, a year or two here, a year or two there. Plus, again, he's been relatively healthy too, Mahomes. Yep. So remember, 1 year Brady tore the ACL, right?
Yep.
So we haven't had that happen, right? So that's also interesting. So you haven't had that. There's a couple of factors in there that are going to make this pretty challenging. I don't know. If he gets to 4 pretty quickly, then it's like, ooh, okay. But to me, it's what do they do on the defensive side of the ball? Again, does he stay healthy? It's kind of those things. I think they've gotten their formula for the offense. Also, does Andy Reid stay around? You know, there's talks of him retiring, but then there's talks of him staying on board and he's having the most fun of his life. So does he keep going? He's still in his 60s. A lot of these guys do coach into their 70s. So maybe he's still got 5 or 6 years left to maybe go down as one of the greatest of all time coaches up there with Belichick.
Most definitely.
Because now my man got 3 rings?
Yep.
He didn't get one with Philly. So he got his 3 here. But he's been at a big game. Hey, you start that argument too. So there's a lot of like competing factors here.
Yeah. I mean, if you compare eras with Brady and Mahomes, it's the same thing. You got competing quarterbacks in the AFC, but do they really have like this year's Manning's year? This year's Ben Roethlisberger's year. You know, you can say the same thing about this year is Lamar Jackson's year. This year is Joe Burrow's year. This year is Josh Allen's year. But none of those guys have come to that moment to take it. And Patrick has always been there to take it. And until somebody takes it, Brady should be scared.
I mean, Burrow's Burrow's beat him before, right? So Burrow's been
right, but he hasn't been healthy for like 2 back-to-back seasons.
He hasn't been healthy, right? So will one of these guys, will Allen get over the hump? Like, will that team ever go any further? So it's like those scenarios that will come up. You're going to have certain scenarios and situations because right now, Josh Allen feels like Peyton Manning felt every time they went up to Foxborough and they couldn't beat Tom. So it's just a matter of all these different factors. That's why they say it takes a little luck to win these championships. And so what are the things that are going to pop up that could be adversity for this team in the future?
Yeah, I mean that deep second quarter action play where the safety had it timed up, but then he loses the ball or doesn't even know the ball's thrown and he stops running, mistracks the ball, and you get down on the goal line. I mean, that's the only for Pacheco to fumble. Crazy game, man. Like CMC fumbling crazy, Pacheco fumbling crazy, Pat throwing a pick is crazy. He never threw a pick in the Super Bowl. Like, this whole game was crazy. 49ers played well. Them losing Greenlaw, just running onto the field. Crazy after he had a great series, real great emotional, physical series of just killing them guys. Then the next series you try to get on the field and you pop your ACL. That's nuts. That's nuts, man.
The game in itself was actually kind of boring, I thought.
The first half, definitely. I mean, 10-6, 10-3.
I thought the whole game was kind of boring, to be honest.
Okay.
It wasn't. This is not one for the books for me. It's not a oh man.
All-time classic.
What a game. This wasn't a water cooler game where we get up today. It's like, man, did y'all see that game last night? Man, what did you think when it was just dry, like 3 and out, fumble. Like especially second half was 3 and out. I'm like, it's kind of boring.
All right. Well, speaking of boring, we got the NBA coming up, baby. We got the NBA coming up. So brush up. We're gonna do some rankings. We're gonna get some. We got All-Star coming up. Is that this weekend or next weekend? I think isn't it next weekend?
All-Star is this weekend.
We got All-Star coming up. You know, are you excited for our NBA talk coming up?
No, but I'm gonna get excited. And no, Kobe, I don't think Kelsey's gonna get fined. No, I'll get excited though.
Okay.
So we have lists. We have top this and top that coming. I'm gonna watch some NBA this week to be prepared. We're gonna do our due diligence to make sure that we are prepared for the show.
Hey, this year, do we have to do a draft show? I mean, Lions are picking in the top 10 this year. Are we gonna go live all the way to the 28th pick?
Yeah, no, we have nothing to look forward to. We have nothing to look forward to. Yeah, the UFL will start in March. Yay. Yeah, I try. Listen, watch women's basketball. I'm telling y'all.
Do it.
Women's basketball, especially big time college basketball, is that deal. Just telling you.
You know, I'm gonna watch WrestleMania. Watch WrestleMania Elimination Chambers in 2 weeks.
I can't do that. I can't. I used to be a huge wrestling fan too when I was a kid. I can't. I'm sorry. The fakeness of it is just.
We all know that it's fake. You watch movies. You know the movie fake, right? You know in Mission Impossible, he's really not hanging on to a plane.
It's different entertainment value.
It's not
different entertainment value.
But it's
entertainment
still captivating. Come on, man. You know he's not going to die. You know the ending of the movie.
This is coming from a man who believes that The Rock really did scale that skyscraper, like, or
I
really
just said it was a great movie.
Up the
I'm just saying The Rock really hasn't had a bad action movie. That's all I'm saying. You can't name one bad Rock action movie. Baywatch don't count. It's not action.
I'm not trying to knock wrestling. I'm just saying I can't get past the fact that it's so fake.
And I can't watch girls basketball because they don't dunk.
They do.
So there we go.
They do.
One dunk a game, I can't do it. But the one girl that comes off the bench because she happens to be 6'7" from the Ukraine.
Stop. Don't be that show. Now you're just spouting off random. Just don't.
Yeah. See, Williams with me, man. I gave it when they changed the rush. Yeah. Hey, no, he ain't with me. All right. So
I was like, you didn't read that quote. You didn't read that before you posted that.
All right. Any other news and notes, brother?
No, not at all. It's a sad day, man. Football's over. It's time to move on.
He's gonna unretire and hit the sidelines. Can't wait to see it.
Anyway, moving on.
All right. See y'all next week, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Everything Academy Sports Show. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live, whether it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8, 9, 10, 7, whatever o'clock. You are here with us at the beginning of the show for Trivia Night. I'm your host, Andre Douglas, and your host, Joel Williams.
See y'all next week. NBA talk. Get ready.